between these iconic hedges, the field where some of college football's greats have called home. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, where these fans are ready to turn the dogs loose. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Wildcats offense will take the first swing of the game. And these guys involve everybody in the passing game, and none more prominent than this big fella.
The quarterback knows he's going to be under duress in this game, so who do you look for? The tight end, and there aren't many better than this guy.
No, and just big bodies that you can miss a little bit high, and it really doesn't matter, but over the middle of the field.
The ball scores free. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
A first down for the offense. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Got some room into the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is...
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
And that guy is just a man. I mean, he sets the tone in this defense, and you saw it on that play right there. Reminds me a lot of the guy standing beside me, David Pollack, who really set the bar for great D-line play at Georgia. I think back to 2 guys I played against, Richard Seymour and Marcus Stroud, lining up beside each other on the inside of that D-line. That was an absolute nightmare to go up against.
The Wildcats with the 1st and 10. The inside handoff. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the 4th quarter.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Using his legs, it's Waddle. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
I love how the wide receiver just wasn't lazy on this play because he could have cut that route short, but he knew he had to extend the route to make sure he got that first down and help keep this drive alive.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Fires it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. They're bringing heat. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Defense had his number on this one. They should have got a sack there in the pocket on 3rd down. He was able to escape, but nobody quit on the back end. Everybody doing a great job in coverage, forcing the incompletion and forcing 4th down.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 4th down, going to the air. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Line gets set, 1st down. Looking for space. It's Waddle. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Hauls it in, and he'll take it in. They couldn't get... Kentucky!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Leaves it with the running back. They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a first down. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, 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 the dog pound. Run the football, be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Throws to the tight end. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Finds his man in the middle. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Dogs pick up the first down, and let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Quick handoff. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
The give to the tailback. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
Coming after it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Take over.
You know, quarterbacks cannot stare down receivers, especially when thrown over the middle of the field. You've got to look these safeties off. That was going to be a small window to throw into anyway, but staring at that wide receiver made so much easier.
To the air on first down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. They come to the line hoping to get some of that yardage back from the 17. Leaves it with the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Trying to get to him. Using his legs to buy some time. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He's got great speed. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Release to the back. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like the...
And he intercepts it. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Second down coming up. Off play action. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
It's just so frustrating on a defense. I mean, you got great initial coverage. You understand 3rd and short. The ball might come out fast, and then what does the quarterback do? Scrambles around, buys time, gets the...
And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. But you have to find a way to create some hesitation on defense when you're selling the draw play, and they just didn't do it well enough here.
Yeah, it's got to be the offensive line and the quarterback and the...
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting a fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge loss on that play.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over. Move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
On second down, looking to throw. Oh, he makes the catch. And he didn't squeeze it, it's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
Looking downfield, it's Witherspoon. Escapes the... He'll take a shot. And it's incomplete. Zone.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Toledo is ahead in this one. This team plays a hard-nosed brand of football there in the MAC, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 10 over Kent State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
A loss of 4 yards on the play. Second down coming up.
Didn't make it any easier on themselves on first down. Now second and long from the 21. Makes the catch. It's Burks. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Burks. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you,
And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. That is the last thing you want on first down as an offense, a sack. Now it's second down. He's looking to throw. Gonna let it fly. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And here's the third interception of the night. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. Third and long, they dial up the perfect coverage and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
Takes the handoff. It's Waddle. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Out of the gun to give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carry.
Great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense.
The freshman able to get home with the sack.
All right, I know we're winning, and that's great. But at some point, we got to stop getting our quarterback killed. Like, we got to protect the most important player on the field. Please?
Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it. Right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Oh, he wants it all. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to... into this lead before the break. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback will audible. On second down, looking again to throw. Quickly complete. At the 45, on his way. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
They're trying to get to it. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the third sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
And it's his fourth interception of the game. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
Dude, 2 drives, 2 INTs. I don't know who the backup quarterback is, but I might start thinking about doing something there. Goodness gracious, keep turning the football over. Can't do it. Can't put your defense in a bad spot time after time.
Makes the grab. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on first down, 1st and 10. He's going to pass. It's complete. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense. A new set of downs after the completion. To the air. It's Witherspoon. He's going to take off. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. He caught it. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
And those slot receivers nowadays, they're little water bugs, man. You can play touch football in an elevator to lose to these guys because they're so quick and so dynamic. Get open and catch the football.
Pushes toward the goal line. And they stop him again for no gain, and it will be 3rd down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. He was on target with his first kick, and this one ought to be easy from 20 yards away. It is perfect. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you got to stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. A fair catch called for and made. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Looking to move it through the air. Right down the middle. Touchdown, Dogs! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Going to the running game. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. This offense has a second down play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone inside that stadium in Athens to take a deep breath and kind of digest what we just saw. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top.
Kentucky will boot it deep to get the second half underway. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They didn't, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
Gets it out fast. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
It's caught downfield. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
A run up the
No gain.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And now listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to bully their way for the first. The Bulldogs get it past the sticks.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
With the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. Looking for a man. It's Witherspoon. He's got his man. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. They're going to run it.
I think you run that play so you stay out of third and long. Third and long is not where an offense ever wants to drive. Third and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good third down.
They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. He's got his man. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Skips away from pressure. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
He's going to run it. Look out, he's got room. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, to get down and don't take a big hit.
Flushed out of the pocket. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Hey, it's a heads-up play right there. Listen, you're trying to scramble. You're trying to make something happen. Nobody's open. You're not going to be able to get out of bounds. Just protect yourself. Get down on the ground. Get what you can get and live to play another day.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking to throw, it's Witherspoon. Got his man. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
And listen, that's why I love why they're not abandoning the run game. I know they're trailing right now, but it doesn't mean you got to quit on it. And they've had success running it on this drive. And I think because of that, you go play action on third down, you freeze the linebackers, you're able to get that completion to keep this drive going and give yourself an opportunity to get back in this one.
Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. He's looking to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. Fires into traffic, picked off. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick. First down here for the offense. Here's the handoff. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Now the play fake. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on third and short. They'll try to run for it. Still running at the 40. All kinds of running room. Running inside the 20. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Georgia. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into the season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Toledo is ahead in this one. This team plays a hard-nosed brand of football there in the MAC, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 7 over Kent State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
He's got an open man. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Quickly complete. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Pocket starts to collapse. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Looking to throw, it's Witherspoon. Going for it all. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Power football with the run. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Pressure coming. Caught near the sideline, it's Burks. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Afterburners coming. At the 20. Touchdown, Dogs! And the pummeling has started. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
He'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Hoping to find one that works this time on second down from the 7. Dropping back, it's Witherspoon. Might be looking to run. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
And that's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day, man. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next couple weeks, especially the next week at practice, of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle around and now give up points.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great.
And the ball will be grabbed at the 30-yard line. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the beatdown has ensued. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Yeah, salt into your wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm.
And he throws another interception, his third of the night. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back to its own.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this dude.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
And that's your goal, separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But, you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. It's still a successful play.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On fourth down, flexing that muscle in the run game. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. They're looking to pass from the red zone. A little screen to the running back. He makes the stop, and a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
It's complete. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy. First on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much, let him out wide.
A Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears. And he tacked on the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. They're trying to dig out of the hole on second and long from the 9. Back to throw, it's Witherspoon. Dances away to buy time. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Touchdown, Dogs! And the route is on.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
He'll return it. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in the practice. And they just got to take accountability. They have to understand.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to, because the clock is their enemy. Great job.
Deep shot for the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse,
running toward the tape. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. They really got things moving on this drive. 2nd play of the drive comes from the 37. The throw. Good timing on the quick out. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. To the air, it's Witherspoon. He wants a big play here late. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Running it back, it's Harris. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
He's looking to throw it. Going to take a shot. And that pass is caught at the 25. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the returner is stopped. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Timeout called by the defense. 23 seconds left on the clock. And now they have enhanced their degree of difficulty on 2nd and long from the 6. Back to throw. It's Witherspoon. And the ball's loose, ball squirting all over the place, and it went out of the back of the end zone. That'll be a safety. After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense getting set for 1st down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He unleashes a long one. He's got it down the left. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Comes out throwing on 1st down. And the pass is incomplete, and this ball game comes to a close. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the part each and every week. And that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together and they play with great effort, this team's tough to beat.
That's going to do it for us from here.